I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I been in my bag going crazy. I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I been in my bag going crazy. Bitch, I'm not.
First don't fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, Puffy tryna see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia some more. I think a little higher. I think a little higher.
What's up? What's up, guys? Back in another video. It's your boy P021, and we got 10 scariest animal invasions. Alright, so let's check it out.
Hi, it's Katrina. From snakes in the shower to a mountain lion on the sofa, here are 10 of the scariest animals people found in their home.
That man was trying to go for a ride on that truck. That's yo. I remember I saw like another like clip with like a bear, like trying to see like what was like inside the silver cars, and like yo, these bears know how to open cars, and like seriously, like, and then you're gonna see a bear driving and shit like just one day, so.
Number 10. Python. While listening to music one night in July 2018, Stuart Saunders, a blind man who lives in Exeter, UK, heard a crash in his bathroom. He went in there to investigate and kept hearing things falling in.
There's always, yo, I'm sorry, son, but it's always these Caucasians like going to go investigate and shit. Like, yo, you hear a noise, like, and you're home by yourself, nigga. Yo, let that noise, let it be, and then it'll go away. Son. Like, seriously, because no black person go investigate my ass. Like, seriously, yo, the noise would like if you didn't start the noise, you don't have to go check for the noise. That's it, son. Like, seriously.
There. He repeatedly tried picking up what he thought was a foam pipe, assuming that the wind from the nearby window had knocked everything over. Right. But it wasn't tubing or a pipe at all. It was a gigantic snake.
Oh,
Stuart, who was born blind, told The Sun, "I went forward and picked it up, but it was too heavy. I rang my support worker on the intercom and said, I've got a bit of a mess, and over they came." The home care.
Wait, so when you like were trying to grab that shit, it didn't bite you? Like I know you blind, but like you was grabbing it, right? And then it was too heavy, but it didn't bite you. Like this.
Aide entered the room to find that the object Stuart was trying to grasp was no harmless home construction material, but an 8-foot-long python. It's believed the massive reptile had made its way into the 60-year-old man's home by slithering up his toilet.
Yo, this is why, like, yo, I don't be trusting like taking the shit inside the toilet because like you don't know what could come out. Like seriously, like it's like the toilet is connected to the sewers, so like anything that's like in the sewers could like come out. It could just like slither around like the toilet. So like whenever like you have to use the bathroom, like it could just come up, and then that's scary as. Nah, okay. Like.
They called the police, and an exotic animal company came over to capture the super-sized serpent. When all was said and done, Stuart seemed more annoyed than terrified, stating it left the bathroom in an awful mess with ganja on the wall. The whole bathroom has to be deep cleaned. It is still a bit of a mystery as to how the snake.
So you want put back the snake? Like let it clean up the mess? Yo, Dad, put the snake back in the bathroom. Let it clean up. Alright, that's yo, you gonna get murked, son, by the snake.
Appeared in his bathroom. Speaking of which, in Thailand, a man was using the bathroom at his restaurant when a giant snake smashed through the ceiling, hanging down and swinging, probably in search of...
Hey, that's a big snake. Yo, this is why I don't mess with anacondas. I don't mess with no like pythons, like any snakes, because like they're just vicious. Like none of them are nice. And like I be seeing like pictures like on IG with like these people putting snakes around their necks and shit. Like they having a good time. Like what the heck? Like seriously, we got boa instructors. Like they're gonna like go like they're gonna try to like tighten your neck and try to like make you like not breathe anymore. So like how are you having a good time with that long thing on your neck? Like y'all niggas, yo, and like it's mostly Caucasians. I don't see like any black person doing that around their necks. And like seriously, it's mostly these Caucasians, and they be having a good time with the snake on their backs. And
food, like some creepy chandelier. It was also a python, and while usually these snakes are harmless, if they catch you sleeping or off guard, they could squeeze you to death. While this wasn't in his home per se, it looks like you just never know when an 8-foot python will pop up.
oh hell no. Yo, this is your house now, son. That's yo, 8-foot python, son. Yo, this is your house, my B. Alright, yo, you want the deed, you want the kitchen, you want everything, son. Yeah, you got it, son. Like, yo, I make groceries today. Yo, here's the food. Yeah.
Results strongly support that these beings are not closely related.
Number 9. Massive black bear. When Vance Hopkins of South Lake Tahoe, California, discovered a massive black bear beneath his porch, he did the exact opposite of what most people would do. He went outside to investigate with...
Yeah, he was a cook. Cause look, I could tell you from this little like image, like he was Caucasian. Nigga, bring a camera, son. Yo, can I record you right quick? Yo, like, don't bite me. Yeah, can I record you?
camera in hand. He approached the bear, coming within feet of the gargantuan creature, who looked both stunned and nervous. Not surprisingly, the bear lunged forward, not once, but twice. At that point, Hopkins...
Son, like the hell, it sees you recording him. Like, I'm surprised he didn't maul you, son. Like that, son. He's like, yo, can I record you right quick? Yo, don't maul me, son. Can I record you?
evidently came to his senses and climbed the stairs leading up to the deck. He then pounded on the wood above the bear's head to scare it away. Naturally, the bear fled from beneath the porch, but before running away, he stopped and went to the bathroom in Hopkins' yard, perhaps as a way to get the last word in. Initially, there was some confusion.
My nigga was like, yo, you want to serve my peeps? Like, nigga, I didn't do nothing. I ain't bother you. Like, yo, I left you a good present, son. I'm out, but I left you a good present, son. And good luck picking up my my poops, son.
Regarding whether the offending creature was a brown or a black bear. It was a very large black bear, which is fortunate for Hopkins as they are far less likely to attack a human than brown bears. Generally speaking, black bears mock charge at people in hopes of scaring them away before resorting to actual physical aggression. Don't recommend getting up close and personal with bears under your house, but hey. Number 8.
That son, like, yo, you won't have no business trying to bother a big bear, son. Like, seriously, like, you know it's twice your size and it's going to kill you. Murder. Like, seriously, like, just let it like roam around, like what it needs. And then whatever it takes, like, yo, you could buy it, you could replace it. Like, that's it.
Mountain lions. One day in 2018, Ashland, Oregon resident Lauren Taylor came home to find a mountain lion peacefully napping behind her living room sofa. She left the animal alone and the door open, hoping it would wake up and leave. Her house must be really comfortable and relaxing. The cat continued sleeping for another 6 hours, but eventually woke up and left as Lauren had hoped. She explained in a viral Facebook post that she believes the mountain lion entered through an open door after drinking from a pond in her yard. Then the woman's roommate had discovered the animal and screamed, scaring the cat into the house and prompting it to hide behind the couch and take a snooze. Lauren took a different approach, remaining as calm as possible until the mountain lion left the home. In regions where mountain lions are known to live, scenarios like this are not too unusual. In 2019,
Wait, where did she hide though? Like after she opened the door like to let the mountain lion like just like leave by itself. Where did she hide? Like I just want to know that.
Family found one of the big cats lounging in their Northern California home in the Sierra Nevada foothills. The animal entered while the family was home, busting through their screen door and making its way into the bathroom where it decided to take a nap. The family sought shelter in the basement and summoned authorities, who broke through the bathroom window and coaxed the mountain lion out of the home.
Yo, that mountain lion did not care. He was like, yo, I need a place to like sleep. Like it's too noisy outside. Like I'm gonna use like this bathroom for my sleeping time. Something like this. Y'all don't mind? All right, go in the basement. Like seriously, I'm done.
And now for number 7. But first, have you ever found a wild animal in your home? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe.
Yo, if there was ever a wild animal in my household, like yo, it's your house now, son. It's your house now because I'm not gonna try to fight you, son. You twice my size. You twice as vicious as me. Like nah, son. Like they have no remorse. Like they do not care, son. I'm not doing that, son. So I can get mauled. So I can get bitten. No.
Subscribe if you are new here. I've found a scorpion and a mouse before, and my mom found a 6-foot bull snake and just took it outside. Number 7. Spiders bite.
Your mom was a savage, son. Like serious, she was brave. Shit. Yo, just took that 7-foot snake outside, son, like it was nothing.
The thousands. In late 2014, a massive venomous spider infestation forced a suburban St. Louis, Missouri family from their upscale home. The creepy crawlers laid siege to the house, pouring in from the ceiling and covering the walls like some sort of horrifying arachnophobia movie. Homeowners Susan and Brian Tross had purchased the $450,000 home on a fancy golf course 7 years earlier. Not long after that, brown recluse spiders began appearing in disturbing numbers. Brown recluse spiders are very venomous, and if they bite you, the site will turn red and blister, followed by potential tissue death. If not treated, the necrotic tissue will spread, causing infection and other serious complications. Pets and children are especially vulnerable. And the worst thing is, you might not even feel if one bites you, especially if you are sleeping. Homeowner Susan Tross said that by 2012, they started bleeding out of the walls. By then, the couple had filed an insurance claim and filed a lawsuit against the previous homeowners for not telling them about the problem. Jamal Sandage, one of the nation's top brown recluse experts, estimated the number of spiders in the home at somewhere between 4,500 and 6,000.
Damn, son, like yo, so like I could those previous like homeowners like they savage, and they did not tell the new people that like there were like those many spiders. They were like yo deuces, like they were like, yo, they gonna have to deal with spiders like themselves. Like, they were like, deuces, we out. And like, seriously, like, good luck to the new people that are about to own this house because we ain't messing with no spiders anymore, son. Like, we're not gonna tell anybody. We're just gonna let them deal with it. And now y'all got a lawsuit. Damn, good luck with that, son.
During the winter, when the creatures are least active. So imagine in the summer. The Trusts won their lawsuit but failed to receive compensation from both the previous homeowners and their insurance company. They ultimately had no other choice than to cut their losses and move out to escape the venomous spiders.
Y'all feel sick as hell, son. Like, I ain't getting no money, no reward after that. Son. Like, this.
It wasn't until 2 years later that the Federal National Mortgage Association finally covered the home with 9 tarps and filled it with gas to permeate the walls and kill anything crawling around once and for all. Whoever buys that house next hopefully gets a good deal because it seems like it has some bad energy.
So my prayer went something like this. Okay, God, I need to know that you...
Number 6. Gigantic Alligator. A Clearwater, Florida family received the shock of a lifetime when a household member woke up for a midnight snack and discovered an 11-foot-long alligator in their kitchen. CBS reported that the creature had busted in through a low kitchen window and knocked over the dining table and chairs. Yikes, just busted in and made itself at home.
That son, they don't care, son. Like, yo, it's their home now, son. They have no remorse, like they don't care, son. They're savage, son. Like my nigga bust through, like made a whole like glass like crack, and then he messed up the tables and the chairs. It's his house, son. Like seriously, yo, it's his house. Like give him the D, give him like everything, son. It's his house now, son.
The panicked homeowner called police, who sent a professional trapper to the scene. Thankfully, the gigantic gator was captured without incident or injury, according to police, who posted images of the reptile sticking its head through the broken window it entered the home through, as well as the mess the creature made in the kitchen. Exactly what inside the home tempted the alligator to the point where it was willing to smash through glass is unclear, but this was far from the first time Floridians have found gators in terrifyingly close proximity. I mean, it is Florida after all. A month earlier, an alligator went for a swim in a Sarasota family swimming pool in the middle of the night. In 2017, an 800-pound alligator appeared on a Lakeland, Florida golf course, shocking residents with his enormous size. Pictures and videos of the massive 12-foot-long creature went viral, earning him the nickname Mr. Humpback. Jack Hanna, an alligator expert and director emeritus of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, told CBS that people should remain at least 40 to 50 feet away from alligators when possible. But as these examples show, doing so is not always possible. If one breaks into your home, get out of there as quickly as you can, and take your cell phone with you so you can call for help. Number 5. Rabid Bats. Rabies is almost always deadly. There are only a handful of verified cases of humans surviving this terrifying disease. When someone is bitten by a rabid animal, they have a very limited amount of time to receive treatment to prevent a rabies infection. And once that happens, it's most likely too late to save their life. This deadly
Rabies are no jokes, and like seriously, like if a bat or any animal that has rabies bites you, son, it's over. You're gonna start foaming from your mouth, and that's your life. Like seriously. So like if you try and get a pet, like make sure you take it to the vet first, because like if that thing bites you and you didn't take it to the vet, son, you got rabies. Like damn.
virus causes tortuous symptoms, including excessive drooling, hallucinations, insomnia, hyperactivity, and an inability to swallow, which progressively worsen until the patient dies. Experts highly recommend avoiding animals that are most likely to spread rabies, including bats, foxes, raccoons, skunks, and coyotes, according to the Mayo Clinic. But sometimes they are hard to avoid, especially if they get into your house. This was the case last October when a bat made its way into a Lewiston, Maine residence. The homeowner quickly called animal control, who seized it and tested it for rabies. The results were positive. Police did not elaborate.
My nigga was just holding that bat with no gloves. Like seriously. So he what if it bit him? No gloves, and he was just holding that shit like a little damn pet and shit. Like I'm done.
On whether the bat bit the resident, but they warned the public to be vigilant about bats and to consult with a medical professional if they think they have come into close contact with one. Number 4. Pregnant rattlesnake. Social media users panicked en masse last August when Rattlesnake Solutions, a Phoenix-based pest control service, posted a picture of a gigantic snake it removed from beneath the bed of a panicked couple. Most calls that the company receives of people screaming "rattlesnake in the house" turn out to be night snakes, but this was an exception. The reptile beneath the homeowner's bed was indeed a western diamondback rattlesnake. While night snakes are harmless to humans, western diamondbacks are highly venomous and dangerous. Mitchell Hawkins, who responded to the call, was not only surprised by the snake's species, but to realize that she was also pregnant. He told the San Luis Obispo Tribune that the creature was in a defensive mood and that she was unusually large for snakes found in Arizona, measuring around 5 feet long. Thankfully, Hawkins had an easy time removing the snake from the home while the homeowners waited cautiously on their patio. Using snake tongs, he gently retrieved the reptile, placed her into a bucket, and released her back into the wild. Snakes are not aggressive, Hawkins explained, adding they are defensive when they feel threatened, and rightfully so. He added that most rattlesnakes end up in people's homes through an open door, so ergo, lock your door, which you should do anyway. There's scarier things than snakes out there. Number 3. Brown bear. Many people would probably agree that if a dangerous wild animal broke into their home, it would probably be best if they weren't there when it happened. One family lucked out last summer when their home surveillance camera captured footage of a brown bear breaking into their house. While it's unknown where the incident occurred, the video appeared on Ohio-based radio personality Jason Priest's Twitter page amid a string of bear break-ins throughout North America. Priestess commented on how the bear used its paw to effortlessly break open the family's front door, stating this bear has done this before. Once inside, the giant mammal surveyed his surroundings. Thankfully, he was gone by the time the family returned home. Not everyone has been so lucky. Just a week or so earlier, Aspen, Colorado resident Dave Chernowski sustained serious facial injuries when he woke up to a grizzly bear in his kitchen. When the 54-year-old was released from the hospital a day later after receiving surgery, he told local news station KDVR that it appeared as if the bear knew exactly how to get in the front door. Referring to the animal as his worst nightmare, Chernovsky described the moment the bear swiped him across the face, inflicting severe wounds. I ran back to a table at that point, and luckily that was able to separate us. I just started screaming as loud as I could. I was very deep, loud, and he decided to go. He opened another door and was on his way out. He continued, stating, "I literally thought I might be dead." It was a pretty humbling moment because I realized how vulnerable I was. There was nothing I could do.
I mean, look, those bears got like big claws, and like once they give you a good swipe, that ass, it's over. Like seriously.
Fortunately, Chernovsky was expected to make a full recovery. Due to the severity of the attack, Colorado Parks and Wildlife located and euthanized the bear. Number 2. Ming the Tiger. You may be surprised to learn that sometimes people don't find scary animals in their home by chance. Sometimes people just invite them in. Such was the case in 2000 when Antoine Yates, a 31-year-old construction worker, brought an 8-week-old tiger cub into his Harlem apartment after purchasing the animal in Racine, Minnesota. Why? Just why? The Siberian...
No, but this is what I'm be saying, son. Cause look, Mike Tyson, like he owned a tiger before, and like, yo, if it's 8 weeks, if it's like still a cub, son, like yo, you can raise it, like you can take it in as a pet. But a big adult tiger, no, that's not gonna work because like it's not gonna know like who you are. It's not gonna be comfortable yet. Like that's why you gotta get them as cubs so that like you raise them and then they see you as like a father figure, a mother figure, and like they're comfortable like where they are at.
Bengal mix named Ming grew quickly, reaching 425 pounds by the time he was 3 years old. He apparently became too big for his owner to manage when in 2003, Yates went to an emergency room with animal bites on his arm and leg. The man told doctors that his pit bull had bitten him, but his injuries told another story to medical personnel who thought the bites looked like they had been inflicted by a much larger creature. Acting on a tip shortly thereafter, NYPD officers visited Yates' apartment to investigate. They heard growling from behind the front door and were afraid to enter. Instead, they drilled a hole in a neighbor's wall and inserted a camera into the residence, at which point they discovered Ming. Meanwhile, an officer approached the apartment from outside and shot Ming with a tranquilizer dart while the tiger charged at him, breaking a window in the process. Inside, police found other exotic animals, including an alligator, in an apartment. Neighbors had complained to authorities numerous times over the years about urine odors coming from Yates' home and of the man keeping large exotic animals there, yet the problem went unaddressed until then. How the heck did he keep this a secret for so long? Ming was relocated to a sanctuary in Ohio.
It was either he didn't raise them good, or he just he had obsession over like because I don't know if because he said 3 weeks, right? So it was still a cub. I mean, no, 8 weeks. It was still a cub. So like, yo, he either didn't raise them good, or they just like they didn't like it. They was not comfortable, and they bit the niggas. Like, and especially the alligator or the crocodile that he owned too. It bit him too, cause yo, you gotta raise them good. You gotta make sure that they're good, like where they're at. So like, I guess they weren't, and they got him, son.
Where he passed away in 2019. Meanwhile, Yates, who told the New York Times that he had a passion for animals and had purchased Ming as part of his vision of someday opening a sanctuary, pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment. He did 3 months at Rikers and was on probation for 5 years thereafter, and was banned from owning animals during that time. Number 1. Deer. Let's face it, deer are cute, and they seem...
Wait, you could go to jail for owning an exotic animal? I did not know that. That's just crazy.
Innocent and harmless, but at the end of the day, they are still wild animals, and they can grow to be pretty darn big. And while it's extremely rare for a deer to attack a human, simply being in one's path can prove to be dangerous. A video posted in 2016 speaks for itself. The footage shows the moment a deer charged through an open sliding glass door and into someone's home, knocking down a painting that nearly crashed into a little boy who was watching cartoons. Wildlife officials often warn the public not to feed deer because this tends to develop a sense of expectation and make them less fearful of humans, causing the animals to come dangerously close to us and making them more likely to attack. Not only do many people ignore this advice, some even mistakenly believe that it's a good idea to try domesticating wild deer. In 2015, a West Virginia man was fined $300 for keeping 2 deer as pets in his home. claiming he found one of them bleeding to death in his yard and nursed it back to health. Last year, a Colorado woman paid a $100 fine for luring a full-grown buck and doe into her house with snacks, an act officials refer to as selfish and dangerous, not to mention illegal. Thanks for watching! Have you ever had a close encounter with a wild animal? What happened? Be sure to share in the comments below, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. See you soon! Bye!
You know, you good, son, like that. So I don't need to be encountering with no wild animal or any animal that's vicious as hell. In any scenario. So look, let me know in the comment section if you guys know about that. And also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, repost, share to all social media platforms. Don't forget to get the merch at teespring.com/PJ Drizzle And also, if you want to become a brand ambassador, just let me know on my IG at PJ Drizzle. And I'm doing Smash the Pass face to face. Just let me know on my IG at PJ Drizzle. If you're interested, I'll put you on a list. And I am PJ Drizzle 21, and we are PJ Drizzle Gang.
Bitches, we keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at the boots. You know the